Oh, no, we're just live. Let me
I was
hit go
waiting for like
live.
a countdown.
Me too. All right. Hey now.
Hey now.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
We're kind of
Welcome.
matching. You're in red. I'm in like maroon.
I know. Well, I just shot a holiday promotion. We're
Oh,
gonna do at our office. We're gonna do uh, a come on down and take a family photo for the holidays.
oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, at the office. So we shot like a little promo video.
You'd be a good Santa.
I would be. I think I've been a quality Santa in the past, so
Weren't
that's
you were Santa at the community kitchen at our Rotary community
yes,
kitchen?
yes,
Yes,
yeah. That was a
that's
good time.
right. That was. You'll
I
have to do
suppose
it
I'll
again
be Santa
sometime
again this year.
with the ho 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 hey now thing
Yeah.
you got going
Ho ho, hey now.
on. Yeah.
All right. So hello. I guess I'll do an intro. Hello,
Okay.
everybody. Yeah, Peter Grosso, Pocket Pete, here with Mia Kaiser. Mia is the president of the Ron Konkama Rotary,
Woo!
the best Rotary that's ever Rotaried. And I say that with like a real feel for that. Like from everything I've heard and everything that other people of other Rotaries have said, we're fantastic.
We're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So they say.
So I guess let's start with why did you start with Rotary? How did
So
this
it's funny. So a lot of people. I live in Smithtown. And so,
Mhm.
so many people are like, why are you in the Ronkonkoma Rotary instead of Smithtown? Because usually people are in the Rotary that, in the town that they live in, let's say.
Mhm.
And kind of like back to your point that we're like the Rotary of Rotaries, right? And that's what I had heard too. And shout out to Mike Barba. He's the one who brought me to the meeting. I was in a Latip group with him, and he's kind of responsible, I think, for bringing a lot of people, like bridging the gap between like Latips and Rotary, because they're both, like networking, but totally in a different way. And I think it was 2019. He had said, why don't you come down? I was coming off of going through like cancer treatment and coming out on the other end of my cancer journey, I guess you could say. And so it just seemed like the perfect time because I liked the networking that Latip had brought me, but this is a totally different networking, and it was more of like a giving back and a service. And so I don't know, it just kind of hit me in a different way, and it was something like I need to do this, and it's something that I want to do, and it's something that I want to get involved in. And so from the very first meeting, I got a different feel. I got to meet everybody in the group and kind of saw what everybody was about and what Rotary was about, which is essentially service above self. That's the motto. And as I love business networking for business, I'm a real estate agent too, as you, so you know the importance of that. And this is just totally different. Yes, there are business owners and people refer business, but that's not really the point of Rotary. It's really about giving back to the community and service projects and fundraising and things like that, which was totally right up my alley. And so it was a no-brainer for me to be in. And I've just been super involved in the past couple of years, and they kind of nominated me to be president this year, and I was up for the challenge, and here I am. So
you're doing a fantastic job. Let
thanks.
me circle back a second because Rotary really is like I I don't get the sense that anyone is there to actually grow their business. They're there to actually feel that amazing feeling of giving back and helping other people and doing good works. Is there a connection between you just getting out of this very tough life event of getting through cancer treatment and then stepping into a role where you can be part of this giving community? Like, is there a connection there? Was there something special about
I mean, I
that?
think it was more just timing. Because I feel like I really feel like I was given a second chance at life, and I just felt very compelled to give back. Um, I know that the opportunities are always there. I can't say that I've, sought them out just for whatever reason. We all just kind of get busy, and I would volunteer here and there, but it was never really anything consistent. And so it was almost like the timing was perfect, because had it been, sooner than that, I wouldn't really have been able to, like physically join something else. And so I think just the timing was right, and it just felt good in my heart. And I felt like I just felt a bigger need to want to give back to the community, because I really do feel like I was given a second chance. And so I wanted to help other people that needed help, and, maybe bring Rotary to other people who didn't necessarily know they needed it in their life too. And so I think that once you're in Rotary, that's just kind of in the back of your mind now, to bring it to other people, as well as serving the community and helping out wherever you can. So.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that that's also why you joined too, right? Because I back again to your point. It's not that I don't go to Rotary to get business from it, but if it comes organically, just because people in our group happen to have a need that fills, my need or a client's need or something like that, then it just organically happens. But it's not like a requirement, so to speak, with some of these other networking groups that you're like expected to, pass business. Rotary's not like that.
Yeah, no, I love it, and I need it. Like I feel so lucky to be even I'm a small part. You guys are, you do so much more than I'm able to do right now. And, but I feel a tremendous need to have that usefulness, to have that be part of something so valuable that, I'm so lucky to be part of it. Like I really love everything that happens with the Rotary, from the weekly meetings to like the soup kitchen, like the run. Like, what is your favorite thing? What is your favorite thing to do, and what do you think our most powerful impact is?
I love our meetings. I think it's just because I look forward to every Thursday. Every single meeting, I literally tell everybody that I love them, because I mean, you're there. I'm literally like, I love each and every one of you. I think I say that at least one time throughout the meeting, because I really do feel that in my heart. I genuinely love every single person in that group, because we're all there for the same reason. I love the run. I've been involved with that ever since I joined Rotary. I'm the sponsorship coordinator for that run. You've been involved with it too. And the first year I didn't get to go, and everyone was just like, you got to go, because you don't know what you're missing unless you actually go and see it. And to literally be planning that from, I mean, we were already having run meetings. We started in September, and the run isn't until, next June. So a lot goes into it. There's a lot of moving parts, and to see it all come together on that day. I mean, I cry now. I like cry every single time when they're, announcing, and thousands of people, run through that finish line. It's super emotional, and it's so rewarding to see all of the hard work that we put in for months and months and months, and planning with Greg and Dr. Lou. What they do is unbelievable. I feel like my part is just a very small part in that whole entire thing. Obviously, the sponsors are super important, but what they have to do is just crazy. And I mean, it's definitely it's a humbling experience, and it's a really like warm, fuzzy feeling, that you get from the run, and especially with all the money that we raise. I mean, I don't remember our exact number, but I want to say it was like 150,000 raised from this past year's run, and that was more than the year before, and then that year was more from the year before that. So I feel like it just keeps growing from there, and it's really exciting to see every year what bigger sponsors are coming in and things like that. And then on a smaller scale, in a different way, that's our biggest fundraiser. But as far as service projects, it's definitely the community kitchen that had started last year, because we're in there with the community, talking with people in the community that are in need, that are looking for a hot meal, and getting to cook and serve, and just be there on a weekly basis is really pretty amazing to me.
Yeah, that is an amazing feel, to be there and just be in service. And it feels like it feels like it's your community. Like it's just like you're just, and even the people there, it doesn't. Yes, we're giving, we're helping, like helping them in need, but it feels like.
But you're like just hanging out with them too.
Yeah, it feels like welcome back. Right. Yeah.
like, how
Yes.
you doing? And, now people are just like, oh, hey, like, will you be back here next week? And,
Right.
they're on the line and you come to know them by first name and they know you. And, so now it's like we've become friends and we really are part of the community. It's not just like, we're serving and it's just like on to the next person. You're really truly making genuine connections with them. And I think that they appreciate that in the sense that they repeatedly keep coming back and that keeps growing as well. Cause, I feel like we're doing something right when I think the very first day we opened, nobody came because, whether it was just a matter of like not getting the word out soon enough, but, I think we made this whole big meal and nobody came. So then we ended up just taking the meals out into the community to find people, to give them to. And then since that day, it just keeps growing and growing, which is amazing.
Yeah. And I think the fact that everyone there is so connected to the people that come in, that we're offering more than food. We're offering real community. It's not a community kitchen, come in and eat and don't look at me. It's
Right.
like we're
100%.
A lot of these people, they need connection too. They don't just need
Absolutely
fill their bellies. Like they're going through hard times. And,
something. They're going through something.
yeah. And they need to be treated like a person and just feel that human connection with somebody. And that, I think that's probably, almost as powerful of a thing that we're serving than.
Oh, it definitely is. A couple weeks ago, I went, and they didn't really need me, help wise. Like they had enough people cooking and cleaning up, and Jay was on dish duty. He's like master dishwasher, which is fine with me. I don't do it at home, so I'm fine if he does them there. And so I just went out into the room where everyone was eating, and I just started chatting, because I'm like, hey, I'm here. You guys don't need me in here, so maybe I'll be of use out there. And Mother Diane was out there and John was out there. People are in and out. And, some people don't really want to talk, but then other people do. And I started like chatting it up with these two women and I'm probably talking to them for like a good half an hour, just about like random stuff. But sometimes maybe that's the only communication that other people have during the week. So, even if I could.
I love that. You're so much about that. I am too. Like I love just, walking up to people and.
Hey now.
I call it the great schmooze. I love to just like get to know and, just put your hand on someone's back, ask them how their week's going, how the food is. Like it, that's, a real wonderful thing that you were able to provide, there.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
So what do you like best about it?
The meetings are like almost necessary for my mental health.
You like hearing that I love you. I know.
That's what I need. If I don't get a weekly I love you, how can I live?
I love you. That's what you're going to get when you come to my meeting.
That, the meetings alone, for like selfishly, they fill me up. Like just being around so many selfless people that, that the common conversation is what can we do for others, and this is how we can organize, and these are the things that we're doing. And something that really sticks with me every week is the happy dollars. That's
Tell
something
about the happy dollars.
I love. The happy dollars, and I learned last week that that's not common with most Rotaries. Like doesn't happen in every place, and it's in line with something that Vanessa and I do with our company, our flip company, is every week when we get on our team meeting, everyone has to start with gratitude. And we start with what we are thankful for, why we're blessed, and it changes your mindset to focus on how good we are. And that's what happy dollars is. It's a great way to just be reminded that we should be thankful, and you're forcing yourself to think, you could have and I've shown up to Rotary with really bad, hard weeks, and to be surrounded by all that gratefulness and have to look into myself and see what I'm grateful for is such a wonderful value add to my life. So that's weekly. That's my favorite thing. And I I love the run. I love planning the run. I love like when it's happening and seeing it all come together and knowing like it's not this giant corporation running this thing, it's
Right.
us.
Right.
It's like it's
Isn't it such a crazy feeling? Like your first one where you just like, isn't it emotional?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so and you're in awe. Like I'm like I want to help, but I can't help watching it working. Like
Right.
it's actually working.
Well, last year, no, not this past year, but the year before, I was like, I'm gonna run because I want to like be
Right.
in the. I mean, I like
Yeah.
walked. I'm not
Right.
a
Right.
runner, but like I'm like I want to be in that sea of people that are like
Right.
going through that, you know,
Yeah.
the start line, and it was great. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I love the run. Like I was at the meeting last week. We came up with some clever ideas on how to connect with more sponsors and things like that. So I'm excited about testing those things. Katie and I are working on some cool stuff that we're gonna
Oh, good,
send out to sponsors.
good.
Um,
Yeah, I know, you were a big part in that too. With setting up the emails and following up with them with the countdown emails and things like that. So that was great. So thank you for your part in it.
listen, I'm lucky that I'm the most dysfunctional person that you'll ever meet, and so luckily I'm surround myself with
Luckily for Vanessa.
yeah, luckily for Vanessa. I'm lucky to have Vanessa because I surround myself with people that can do the things that I fail at. And that's and I get to stick to what I'm good at. So, which is like chatting.
Yeah. No, I
Which is
never would have guessed that.
anything beyond this, I need help. I need a grown up.
Well, even when you called, you're like, let's just do something on Rotary. I'm like, okay. I mean,
Right.
I'm kind of the same way. Like, we don't, you don't need scripts or questions. Like, you just wing it. Because,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's like Rotary isn't really, it's not something that you do that you need to be like prepared to talk about. You know what I mean? Because it's more like, it's really a feeling. Like, I feel like Rotary is a feeling. And so, whatever that means to you,
Right.
like there's not one right or wrong answer. I mean, you might ask other people in Rotary, like, what it means to them too. But I think at the heart of it, it's always going to come back to the motto, which is service above self and like helping others and, being of service to the community. So in a nutshell, I mean, that's what it is. But like, do you have so many people that like be like, what's Rotary? Like they know the wheel, but I think a lot of people, which I even thought, like, I thought that Rotary was just like a bunch of old people.
Yeah.
Didn't know what they were doing, but I don't like, I feel like I remember like my great grandparents talking about Rotary when I was like 10,
I pictured polo shirts and bad attitudes. That's what I thought.
Really?
That's all I thought it was. Is everyone that owns a polo shirt shows up once a week and talks about their boats. That's really what
Oh my God, that's so funny. It's so you should do a thing on that. Like we should go out into the community and ask people, like, do you know what Rotary is and what do you think it is? I think that the answers would probably be hilarious.
Yeah, I love that. I tried that last week. I like my videographer and I were like, well, what do we do? I'm like, we don't know. We literally sat in my office and like had no good ideas. I'm like, let's just go to Target and I'll tell people jokes. And I just went up to random people and I asked them the same joke. I just said, I walk up, I go, hi, I'm Pete. I'm going to tell you a joke. And then I go, okay. And I go, what kind of suit does a lawyer wear? And they go, I don't know. And I go, a lawsuit.
A lawsuit.
And then if they laughed, I got a point. And if they didn't, I didn't. And
that's great. So the next time you and your videographer are figuring out what to do, go out and ask people, hey, or like show them the symbol or something. Just be like, hey, do you know what this is? I don't know. Right?
I'll do that with you.
Yeah.
We can go to the mall.
Because hey, like I thought that it was a bunch of old people. You thought it was polo shirts and bad attitudes.
Right.
I would bet a lot of people just don't know. Like,
right.
Yeah. But I mean, there are Rotary clubs all over the world, in every town, in every city, in every state. And, one of the things is like, if you miss a weekly meeting because you're traveling, like find a Rotary club. I don't know how many people do this. I know Dr. Lou does it, all the time, depending on where you are. But you could always go to a club and, go to a meeting.
I know. And it's amazing to see like some of the works that people that we know are doing.
Yep.
Like I want to have Jay on here and have him tell his story, because I was floored by some of the stuff that he's done, and had no idea.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. No one's bragging about it; they're just doing good.
It's just because it's just what you do.
Yeah.
He was actually telling me, were you there for the Narcan training?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that was there, everyone got like the Narcan kits, which I now have in my bag all the time, because you just never know when it's going to happen. Kathy shared her story about how, that randomly happened. And then Jay was saying that he was like outside one day and some guy like was speeding by and like just slammed on the brakes and jumped out of his car and was just like, do you have Narcan? And Jay was just like, I do. Like, he had it in his truck and just like gave it to the guy and he took it and like sped off. But what are the chances of something like that happening? But, apparently, unfortunately, it is so.
Yeah. Vanessa and I administered it one time it's got to be Mass. We were heading to the beach, on William Floyd Parkway, and somebody just drove across the other lane into a pole.
Wow.
And we rolled, and so we said, when we pulled up, they said he was passed out while he was driving.
Wow.
So I had it from Rotary and I administered it, but it didn't help. But
hey, like you had it and you tried, and that's all we could do.
Yeah.
We're not EMTs or
Right.
doctors or whatever, but I mean, it could save a life.
Yeah. So tell me, El Presidente, what do you hope to do to put your fingerprint on your year with Rotary?
So I think my main focus for the year is membership. I do want to try to grow our club. I think we have an amazing club and there's so many things to do and so many projects that need to be done and communities that need to be serviced. And with the, 40, I think, members that we have, can't do it all. And so, I mean, so far under me this year, which the Rotary year is from July to June, like July 1 to June 30th, we already brought 2 in. So I think I said Greg had brought in 10 when it was when he was president, but he was president for 2 years. So
you got to beat 10, or if you want to beat 5.
Or did he bring in 10? I don't know. He brought in a lot of people. So whatever it is, I'm kind of like,
you want to beat
I'm going to beat Greg. Whatever Greg brought in, I'm going to bring in more people, but more just because that's a goal. But I do want to bring in more people because I think everybody has their own ideas of things. And I think, collaboratively, we could do great things. So my focus really was on membership for this year and, just building up the fundraiser, like the fundraisers that we have. I know the Michael Murphy Run is a tremendous fundraiser and we bring in, more money with that one than, other clubs do, with all of their service projects throughout the year. I'm not saying that like in a bragging way, but I'm just saying, some people might think that we don't need to do anything else, but it's like, well, but why stop there if we don't have to, because we have the entire year to do other fundraisers. Arnie put together that one, the lotto, like the daily number for September, and we got like 7,000 from that we made. So even though that's a smaller one, that's still 7,000 more than if we didn't do it. And, so like there's so many things that you could do fundraiser wise that don't have to be, these crazy big take all year things to do. And then really, I also wanted to focus on fellowship. I had sent a survey out like the first week of my presidency, just asking what do you love about Rotary? What don't you like? Do you think there could be anything that's done different? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see, less of? And so I took everybody's answers, and one of the main things was fellowship, that people wanted to do like more fellowship. So we had started every month where there's a fifth Thursday. There's like 5, I think, throughout the year, where there's 5 Thursdays that we're going to do. Instead of doing a meeting, we're going to do, fellowship or a party. And we've already done that. We're having a Halloween party this month. So I hope you have your costume. You and Vanessa figure something out, because there's a contest. And we did last year with Ralph, we did the Fire Island kind of trip. So just to do something other than just the weekly meetings, because I think that really like helps bring everybody together and get to know each other better. And I just like being together. I like togetherness instead of just the weekly meeting, because I'm up there talking, and then we have the speaker, and it's only an hour, and then like
we're not. And everyone's got to go too, because now it's
and everyone has their own like jobs to get to and stuff. And so so I like the fellowships. When we had my installation party at my house, it was great. We did like the luau theme. You guys were there, and it was fun. Had it catered with barbecue, and so I think that's fun. And that's also, the happy dollars thing. So sometimes we'll do happy dollars and they'll go to whoever the speaker is. But then if we don't do that, then it just goes into our like happy dollars account. And then we can use that throughout the year to do things like this, like to do fellowships and to have things catered and to have the Halloween party and stuff. So, I love the service and all that, but I like having fun too and getting together with people outside of just the meeting. So I would say membership and fellowship are my 2 focuses for the year.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do with this? Do you want to do this, try to do this once a month, once a week, try to bring in?
I like it.
We could bring in like somebody from Rotary at each.
I think so.
Okay.
I'd say, I don't know. I'd say monthly. Weekly might be a little too much.
Too broad. Yeah.
But I don't know. We could start monthly, and then if we feel like we could do it more, I don't know. What do you think?
I think I like to fly by the seat of my pants. So like I called you like
no.
I'm like, you want to do it? Yeah. And you're like, when? I'm like, I don't know. You want to do it now? And you're like,
now? I'm like, I know you. Whenever you text me, hey, now, I'm like, what's up? What's up? You're like, do you have a minute? And I'm like, sure. And then you just threw that out. So I was just like, yeah, sure. Which I could have done it yesterday in my sweats. Who cares? But I figured I'd shower for the occasion for you.
Shower once or twice. That's fine. So maybe we have like a hard date, like once a month, and then we can sprinkle in whenever we feel or
even like maybe have Ralph come, since he just was the president, and see like what did he get out of it, and like his perspective and stuff. I like it.
Yeah, and whenever we have an idea, we can just turn this thing on. Like it's not and then do it.
And we'll see depending on who's watching, if anyone even cares.
Right. Yeah. Right. If no one cares, just let us know and we'll shut it
down. Right. Although, I mean, I don't mind just having a chat with you on camera anyway. It's fine. But.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Miss El Presidente.
It was fun. And I'll see you hopefully on Thursday.
Yeah, you'll see me on Thursday.
For a hug and an I love you.
Need it.
Yeah. Exactly. And maybe you'll bring Vanessa one of these days too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think our life is settling. Like we started our company 6 months ago, and it's been all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Like for the last. So now, I think now we're hitting a point where we have time to. We hired 2 acquisitions people. We have
a team.
We have like 6 employees that are taking a lot of our plate, so it's taking some of that stress off. Adding new stress, but freeing up some time.
That's good. Time is good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Oh, all right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mia.
And I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Hi.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. And
Oh,
stream.
am I